Hi, I'm Steph from Stitching with Steph. Welcome to my channel. This week, we're going to be reviewing 3 stamped cross-stitch kits from the Spring brand. I refer to these as little snack size kits. As you can see, it's a cute little panda and 2 different type of scenes of 2 cats. If you're a subscriber, thank you for coming back today and supporting my channel. I hope you enjoy this week's review. If you're not a subscriber and you like the content that I create and you like these types of reviews, go ahead and click that subscribe button. It helps me out and helps promote my channel on the For You page. If you like to receive notifications of when I upload videos, go ahead and click that little notification bell. It will send you little notifications however you use your app that I uploaded a new video. And go ahead and leave me a comment of what you like about these videos or where you're watching this video from. So let's go ahead and dive into these reviews of these 3 stamped cross-stitch kits from the Spring brand. First up is this adorable, cute little panda with bamboo trees in it. It is an 11 count, 50 by 50 centimeters. It is 174 by 174 stitches. I believe this is a partial kit. I will know for sure once we actually dive into this review, and I will update the intro card as needed. So let's go ahead and dive into this particular review. All right, here's that kit here. This is another kit from my stash that I've had. I do buy kits for my children as well as myself, and this is one of those kits that I have for my daughter. I'm sorry about the reflection. That will go away here in a second. The nice thing about the Spring brand kits, they will either come in boxes or these plastic envelopes here, which is great for when we're doing projects because I don't have to put it into one of my project bags. So let's go ahead and dive right into it to see what comes in this particular kit. So already we see we got the floss card with some needles on it. We have the canvas, and then we have the paper pattern and instruction manual. So let's go over the paper pattern and instruction manual first. So it looks like on this one, it's a little bit more detailed and more clear for you. Instructions for pre-printed fabric cross stitch. It tells you how to do them, how to do a full X, how to read the pattern. This is probably one of the most detailed patterns instruction kits that I've seen. And it comes, it looks like it's the same thing on both sides. So I thought maybe it was in 2 different languages, but it is not. Okay, there's that. Let's go ahead and look at that paper pattern. So this is what it looks like on the outside. This was the front of what you see, what you get. And it looks pretty clear, actually. So yeah, I was correct. It is a partial. So as you can see, you're only stitching part of it. And then this is all white here because there's clearly not enough white in that kit. And then there is page 3 and 4, only because they're small, as you can see. Page 3 and 4 right there. It does look like it comes with 15 colors. So again, it's that little snack size. It's not too much. And here is the image broken down. 1, 2, 3, and then 4. So it's nice and clear. If you needed to mark on this one, it's on paper. So it's just a little glossy paper. It's not that photo paper. So you should be able to mark on this one. I don't like marking on my paper patterns. If I was going to use them, I'll just load them into my actual iPad. Next is the actual canvas. So it comes in this crinkly package. I'm going to go ahead and mute you real fast so you don't have to hear that because I know a lot of people don't like the sound. So bear with me. Okay, that was pretty quick. So when I say this is a snack size, to me it's smaller. It's not a full canvas, so it should be relatively quick. Let's take a look here. So over here across the top, we have the spring logo, and then it has something written in Chinese. I'm not sure what it is. It does tell you how many stitches. Let's see. Oh, it's kind of giving you instructions on different ways to be able to start your stitches here, if you actually see it here. So let's see. This is an 11 count, so you would need 3 stitches on this, or 3 threads. But overall, I would say the printing quality is pretty nice. Look at that key down there. Nice and crisp and clear. And then let's look at the actual symbols. Yep, I would say it's nice and clear. Overall, pretty clear. They're printed with inside the boxes. Okay. It is serged all the way around the edge. I would have to say this is true to the Spring brand. Spring brand is probably one of my favorites. Spring, Joy Sunday, Mona Lisa, Classical Cross Stitch. I've come across some more recent brands that I really enjoy, so those will be getting reviewed probably in the next upcoming couple of weeks. Who knows? Probably next month, 2 months. I have a lot of stuff to throw into my reviews. The actual canvas itself is pretty pliable. I like doing the flick test just because it tells me how springy it is. And as you can see, it crumples very easily. So the canvas, honestly, true to Spring brand, it's nice and crisp and clear. Those symbols are nice and clear. This is going to be an easy stitch, and it's a lot of block stitching, if you can see. That's why I said this would be an easy one. You can probably knock this out if you had like a 3 or 4 day weekend and just knock this whole canvas out. A lot of block stitching, so if you don't want to keep switching colors or you don't like confetti, I would say that this is for you. Here's another little piece of paper for the stitching if you didn't want to have to keep looking at the canvas. It has the DMCs, and they're all full stitch, as you can see. Okay, let's get into the floss card. So it does come with 2 needles. And then again, there's those 15 colors. So we'll use this wonderful thing because on here it does not have the DMC colors. If you can see, it does not have them. It does have the canvas code, which is nice. So let's go ahead into those DMC colors here. So number 1, it says DMC 164. The P in front of it, I'm not sure why there's a P in front of it. DMC normally doesn't have a P in front of it. And it's a mossy green. Here's that 310. I mean, it's a panda. You can't have a panda without 310, right? I feel like that would kind of be a moot point of having a panda, unless you want to have a different color panda, I guess. Number 3 is 352. There's only one strand of this. That color there. Number 4 is this orange color, and it's a 741. Okay. Number 5 is this reddish orange, which is 817 according to the card, or according to the key. Number 6 here, there's quite a bit of this one. Let's see. Number 6 is 822. Number 7 is 951, and it's like a goldish white. Number 8 is 986, so a lot of green. It's probably for all that bamboo and all those leaves. So let's see here. Here's that number 8. Number 9. Let's see, number 9 is 987. So it's only one shade off from the one before it, as you can see. Number 10 is 988, which is another just one shade off, as you can see, from the one before it. Number 11 is 989. So these are all just one shade off. So here's that 989. That color right there. Number 12 is 3033, and it's kind of like a silverish white when you're looking at it. Number, let's see, 12, 13. Give me a second. I'm not trying to mix up the colors. Number 13 is a 3799, which is like a grayish blue, I would say. Let's see. There you go. You can see it a little bit better. Grayish blue. Number 14 is 3865, which is what they use sometimes in bulk for white. And then you have your true white, which is 5200. So if you look at this white and this white, again, you'll see a lot of this 3865 in a lot of stitches, but this is a true white next to it, as you can see. So the true white is that 5200. So those are the threads for this particular canvas. Overall, just like always, true to spring brand, it's a very beautiful kit. I love that it comes in this plastic envelope, so that way I can just put everything back inside. And we will head on over to our next kits. Those two are pretty small and they won't take as long to review, but hang in there and we'll go ahead and get those two, or the next one, prepped for you. Next up is this cute little two cats, gray and white cats with a little heart on it, giving each other little hugs and holding hands. It is another spring brand. It is a 25 by 20 centimeter canvas. It is 11 count, and it is a 65 by 43 stitch count. Go ahead and hang in there, and we'll go ahead and get this canvas ready for review. All right, here's that cute little spring brand kit here. As you can see, it's pretty small. It's probably about 8 inches in length. It is that true to spring brand fashion, that little envelope. And we'll go ahead and open this up and see what's included in this kit besides the envelope. It looks like, of course, the threads, the canvas, and then the stitches. So, and then there is this. Okay, so it said it was 65 by 43. I'm assuming they meant more so than the stitches. So I'll go ahead and correct that on the intro card, and I'll go ahead and make note of that. But let's first go over this here paper pattern. So as you can see, there is the cute little pattern. So right here, as you can see, it said 65 by 43. And I'm assuming that's the stitch, the actual like canvas itself. So I'll go ahead and measure with my ruler as soon as we're done here, or my measuring tape. And again, it has those instructions for you in English. And then it's pretty simple, straightforward. Again, this one is a true snack size. You could probably knock this one out in a couple of hours if you're sitting around watching TV. It does have 7 colors, and then it does have 1 backstitching, as you can see all the backstitch there. In that instance, that's when I would use the paper pattern, is when it's doing that backstitching. Yeah, it is counting the stitches. 65 by 43 in stitches. And there's the image. Not too much. Like I said, this particular review is not going to be too in-depth for you guys because there's not much going on here. 7 whole colors. It's a snack size. If you just want to knock out a little mini project, this would be ideal for you. Let's go ahead and get into the canvas, and we'll do a measurement real fast. So simple and easy. One thing I noticed it does not have is the backstitch color on here, so you would have to use that paper pattern for it. So let's see. So according to the canvas itself is 23.5 centimeters by, I would say, 19 centimeters. So 23.5 centimeters by 19. I'm just going to call it even. 23 by 19 centimeters is the canvas. Sorry, I'm taking notes while we're doing this. This is my first time actually seeing the project itself. My daughter was the one that opened some of these and saw them. Let's see. And then the actual stitching area is 15, I would say almost 15 centimeters by 10.5 centimeters. So again, true to the saying of snack size. It is serged. Again, for it being a smaller canvas, this is actually pretty good quality. This is something you could honestly just hold in your hand and just stitch away on it. Solid colors. You should be able to knock this out within a couple of hours if you actually sat down, maybe a movie or two. The epitome of Netflixing, right? Hanging out and Netflixing. So there's that. It does come with this little side paper as well. This one does include the back stitch on there for you. Okay, let's go ahead and look at those threads. I'm going to leave this here for us. Actually, I'm going to move this over here for you. And then what we will do is we are going to get those threads out. Okay. It comes with one needle, which to be honest with you, you shouldn't need more than one needle. Color number 1 is 310, and that's what you're going to use for your back stitching as well. So 310. Color number 2 is 451, which is like it's kind of a light mocha color, really. It's like a brownish silver, I would say. Has like a silver tint to it. Number 3 is 452, so it's the next sequence over in the DMC, which there is a clear difference in those. Sometimes I feel like when you only go up one number in a DMC, like, is it really a difference? But in this one, in this instance, you can see there's a clear difference. So this is number 2, which is 451, and here's number 3, which is 452. And then you got this cute little orange here, which is number 4, which is color 606. Number 5 is 818, so bear with me while I get it here. It's soft pink color. Number 6, I see that, you see what happened to this thread? I might be able to fix it. If not, I might have to go looking through some of my floss to look for it. Hopefully we won't need too much. I might be able to cut that section out and then use the rest of this thread. Again, this isn't very big. Let's see, this color is 3341, and then here is that off-white 3865 for number 7. So let's see what this number 6 is going to be, because I want to see, because it does have this little flaw on the floss right there. If you could see, I want to see how much this thread is needed. I might be able just to cut it off and just use it. Let's see, that is color number 666. It's the pink. Oh, we'll be fine. It's the little pink here in the ears in there. So I'll be fine. I'll be able to like remove this little flawed piece of the floss. And this is why it's important to review your floss or look over your floss before you start using it. Because then, I mean, it's really not that much. If you look, there's one whole strand for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 little pieces of this canvas. I'm not too worried about it. So that's it for this cute little snack size cross stitch. This one from Spring. Kitty cats giving each other a little hug. Let's go ahead and dive into the next one. It's the same characters, just kind of a different position, as you could tell in the intro to the video. Bear with me while I get that kit ready for you. Our third and final review is the same cats, but as you can see, it's just a little bit of a different image here. I'll go ahead and looks like this is about the same size, 25 by 20 centimeters. Is the actual canvas. This is an 11 count, and this is probably a partial as well. I'll go ahead and link all the info and list it here on this intro card. Let's go ahead and get ready to dive into this review. All right, friends, here is this cute little image. And just like the other spring kits, it comes in this plastic envelope here. Again, I love it when the spring kits come with this or the boxes. These are pliable. I would just use these for projects. Even when this one's done, I would use it for a small project. It comes with the thread, instructions, the DMC stuff. So let's go ahead and review all the paper stuff first to make sure it's consistent. So we'll just kind of leave this right here because we'll probably use this here towards the end. So as you can see here, it's another one that has 7 colors, and it does have some backstitch, again, just like the previous kit. It is 65, let's see, 65 stitches by 43, but that's give or take, given that this is not another full kit here. I think this one's so adorable. The little heart, and he's laying on her like, oh, I love you so much. I just thought this was really cute. When my daughter started getting into stitching, I wanted to get her some smaller kits. So we can test them out to see if she liked them. No. She went straight from these smaller ones to big ones. And then it takes her forever to finish the big ones. So we still have these hanging in there. I'll be honest with you. I might add these into my rotation just to knock them out and get some projects done this year. So nothing too complicated about this paper panner. It's crisp, it's clear. Again, I love it when they list all the little boxes like that. So if you ever want to pass this pattern on to anybody and they want to do something small, this would be a good gift to give to someone if they just want to try it out, or they want to stitch something small and they like cats. This would be good to just pass along. And then here are those instructions. Again, I love that Spring does this, that they include the instructions. They even go over the floss and the numbers, which I feel like when we do these review videos or these stitch alongs, they're pretty user friendly, but not everybody does YouTube right. So this would be beneficial towards people that just picked up the kit and they just want to start and they can just read the instructions. The canvas is going to be similar to the canvas before. So here we go. Tells you the different methods you can start. This is the method I use. Again, pin stitches. You can do a loop, but this is an 11 count, so you're going to use 3 strands for this. To do a loop start on 3 strands is a little complex. You can do it, but I prefer the pin stitch. And then the canvas is that true to size of, what did they say it was? Let's see, the cover says 25 by 20. So we know this is a 25 by 20, but the stitching area is a lot smaller. It's probably going to be similar to that, the other one was before. It looks like it. It does have those serged edges. This is something that you can just hold in your hand and knock out. It crinkles up very nicely. So nothing too spectacular with this canvas. This ink is water soluble, so you'll be able to just rinse this out and then just have this cute little image. The nice thing about all this extra edging, if you wanted to frame this and just put it up somewhere, you can do that. So you can stitch it and then just like frame it like that, if that makes sense to anybody. Let's go ahead and get into the threads. Probably the same similar colors. 1 needle. That should be more than enough for anybody. I am heavy-handed. I would probably break it. So for me, it might not be enough, but for a normal person, it should be. Here's color 1. It's 310. And that's going to be for that back stitching as well, because if you look on the actual here, you do the back stitching all around. It's just to give the cats that crispness, as you can see in the picture there. So there is back stitching on this, but it's a small enough canvas that you could probably knock out the back stitching at the same time as you finishing up the canvas. I'm the type of person, if there's too much back stitching, I'll just leave my projects close to being finished, and then I'll knock out several canvases with that back stitching and just knock out 2 or 3 at a time. I'm not a big fan of back stitching unless it's simple like this. Color number 2 is 451. Again, it's that similar of that light brownish tan. And then here's that 452. Okay. Here is that 606 again. That's number 4. Let's see what number 4 is on the canvas. It's probably the heart. Yep. Number 4 is 606, which is the heart. So it's going to be that pretty-ish orange red. I wouldn't say it's a true red like the fire engine, but it's red. Number 5 is that 818 color, which is this right here. Number 6 is going to be that 3341, and that's going to be similar to the one before of inside the ears. And then number 7 is going to be 3865, which it looks like number 7 is going to be our friend's color here. So she is this color. He's number 3, which is that color. Number 2 is going to be the shadowing. So yeah, I think this is a cute little project if you want to knock something out, or if you want to give it to a kid, honestly, and they're just like, I want to try it with you. It would be a very good project for a kid. I do have other cartoon characters. I do have other cartoon characters with this particular, like, that are small like this, but we'll get into those reviews as my channel becomes more established. Like I said, I have lots of projects that I need to review or start or finish. I have a lot. This is our third and final review here. That concludes this week's review of 3 smaller size spring brand cross stitch kits. They are stamped. If you like what you see here and you're not a subscriber, go ahead and click that subscribe button. I really appreciate the support and the subscriptions from my viewers. Go ahead and click that notification bell so you can go ahead and get any type of alerts or notifications anytime I upload videos. I do upload several times a week. If you are a subscriber, thank you for coming back and sticking through this review with me and seeing what type of kits I have in my collection and what type of projects I particularly like to stitch. If you want to follow me on other social media platforms, I do have an Instagram as well as a TikTok. Both usernames are stitching_with_Steph_. I also have at the end of this video my QR code that will link you straight towards my TikTok. Thank you for coming along for this week's review. I hope to see you guys in next week's review. I hope you guys have a good day. Bye.